Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You don't have the same equipment the FAA does, do you? I think we lost you there.
No, I don't indeed. And I'm actually over in beautiful West Tennessee today.
Oh, good.
So we're going to be visiting with some counties. You know, I visit with every single county every year. And so we started our 95 county tour yesterday, and we're going to do some more visits today and looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day.
Well, we're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn, so live from West Tennessee this morning. There's a lot to talk about, and there are some things happening, and I definitely want to talk about your trip to the border you made recently, but I've got to get your thoughts, Senator, on the classified documents that were a couple of locations of President Biden's classified documents from his time as vice president, and also the special counsel that was appointed yesterday by Merrick Garland.
Yes, and one of the things that we are seeing, of course, you know, they knew about this before the election, but they didn't want to say anything about it. We also see that they have two tiers of justice, one for Republicans, one for Democrats, and I think that Merrick Garland decided he was going to have to appoint that special counsel. I think that the Biden attorneys who knew about this decided to leak it and make it public because they knew the Republicans were getting ready to hold an investigation of Biden Incorporated, Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden's participation with Biden Incorporated and Hunter Biden.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, what, in your mind, what's the difference here in the documents that were found with former President Trump? Is there a difference here in your mind?
It appears that President Trump, who, by the way, presidents have the ability to declassify documents, and President Trump had said he had declassified certain documents. There was that dispute, and all of his things went from the White House to a secured location, which is Mar-a-Lago, and they were under guard there. And then with Biden, you've got three separate locations now that they have found classified documents. You don't know who has been in and out of the Penn Biden Center or the president's residence or the garage or his office there in D.C. So there are no visitor logs. There's no ability to go in and figure this out. So that is why the House Oversight and Judiciary Committee will take this up and see if they can go back and kind of put together timelines and see who might have had access to that. It is incredibly troubling that you look at the Penn Biden Center that is there at University of Pennsylvania and the Chinese Communist Party's donations to that center, and you have to wonder if there was any access to those documents. But that's what an investigation in the House will tell you. Of course, the House cannot try anybody. They cannot indict anybody. But what they can't convict anybody, but they can do the investigation, get the information, make that information public, and turn it over to the DOJ.
We're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn, and speaking of the House, the country, it seemed, was captivated last week by the House Speaker of the House election, of course, ultimately of Kevin McCarthy. What are your thoughts on what happened in the House of Representatives last week?
You know, I leave that to my friends in the House. I am not there, and we know that they worked through some of their differences within the conference, and they now have pushed forward. I look forward to the fact that you're going to have Chuck Fleischmann that is going to be a subcommittee chair on appropriations. I know that the people there in that 3rd district are excited about that, and we are all really celebrating with Chuck that he has that chairmanship.
And then final question about the House, and I want to talk about your trip to the border. And you know, Senator Blackburn, this elected Representative George Santos from New York, who has been caught in numerous lies and untruths. As a Republican, what do you make of this, and also what do you think about this? What would you do in this case?
You know, I have not looked that closely. I've heard some of the media reports, and I know that Kevin McCarthy and the House Ethics Committee is looking at that. I do think it is very sad when someone has built that kind of false resume, I guess, if you will, and then has moved forward with that. I find that to be an issue of integrity and lack of ethics.
I want to talk. We're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn live from West Tennessee, where she's beginning her 95 county tour of the entire state. You just returned literally in the last week or so from a trip to the border. Senator, what did you find?
Yes, I went down there on Monday afternoon, did the night run with the Border Patrol, and then slept a few hours and did the early morning run. And I had two other female senators with me. What we saw was people coming across that border because, as they say, Joe Biden has told them they can come, that the border is open. And so because of that, they come. What you see is that these people are being physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually abused. What we heard from Border Patrol is they need a physical barrier. They need better technology because the cartels, which are, by the way, multinational global organizations and big business, they need technology that can match that cartels have. The cartels are surveilling our law enforcement, whether they're Border Patrol or like Texas DPS or the local sheriffs. They're using drones, they're surveilling them, they're trailing them, they're watching them. We also heard that you have criminal illegal aliens that are coming in droves. In the first quarter of fiscal 23, they apprehended 143 convicted criminals at Eagle Pass, Texas. And, you know, the thing is, those people are coming into the country, but they're not staying there at the border. These are people that have committed armed robberies, rapes, manslaughter, with all sorts of convictions. They've served their time here or in their country. They are now out, and they're trying to come back across that border and come to a community near you.
Joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn. In your mind, what's to be done about this? I mean, what in your mind is the solution here?
The solution is what Border Patrol has said. Give them a physical barrier, gives them better technology where you cannot have a barrier. Remain in Mexico, keep Title 42, and catch and release. And they say if you do that, they can get this border under control. They're very frustrated with the Biden administration.
Well, Senator Marsha Blackburn, so far you say you started your tour of the state yesterday. Why do you like to do this? Why do you do this tour?
It's such an honor to represent the people of Tennessee, to solve problems, to open doors of opportunity, and to make certain that Tennessee is the very best place to live, to work, to rear your family. And because of that, we go to work hard every single day, and we're looking forward to 4 more West Tennessee counties today.
Well, Senator Marsha Blackburn, I really appreciate your time, and hopefully when you come to Bradley County, you'll stop in here again with us.
You got it. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Marsha Blackburn, who was making some comments on some of the very latest news and some very interesting reflections there. All right, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv, and this reminder that actually in progress right now at Hardee's on Congress Parkway in Athens. They're having their big hiring event right now. Congress Parkway in Athens, the Hardee's there from now until 11 a.m. Everybody who interviews at Hardee's, Congress Parkway, Athens, right now through 11 a.m. will receive a free double cheeseburger combo, and then you can be hired on the spot, and if you're hired, you'll receive a $300 hiring bonus. So that is happening now until 11 a.m. All right, we're going to take a break right here, and it's 3 minutes before 9 a.m. When we come back, our buddy Greg Hicks is coming in from Misfit Tacos, which just a couple of doors down from Mermaid Mattress on Stewart Road. And I think Roger, he spends more time at Misfit than he does at Mermaid. So anyway, well, who knows? But anyway, Misfit Tacos, I got a new menu. We're going to talk with Greg about that and a lot more coming up. Let's get our final check of our Simmons Bank celebration list, Bridget. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Susan Wilcutt today. She is 60, the finance director for Bradley County